I don't think so. I don't think it warrants a first pick. It might be something in the mid, like somewhere around there. It might come out if it looks good versus the particular carry, but
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know if it's that worth it.
Yeah, it really feels like they want to target Parker first of all. They don't want to give him his easy heroes. So they would rather give Arzen his Enigma than give Gyro or Jug to someone. Okay. Mars is open if they want to go for that.
So who has won all three games? Or both games so far.
Tusk, right?
Gyro and Tusk, right?
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Gyro's banned, so Tusk Inverse has the advantage.
5 seconds remaining.
Automatically going to win game 3. Thank you
Yes.
everyone for tuning in. It's a well-fought battle here. I would like the... Oh, do I want the Mars? I don't know. My brain wants to just say Mars. I think I want Mars.
Mars is good.
I'm okay. I know it. Game 1 didn't go so hot for them, and they're still hesitating on the opener. This is kind of interesting. They could theoretically puck if they really wanted to mix it up.
If you're inverse, I think you just want to make sure Parker has a good lane because I feel like all of the other carries that are decent against Mars are gonna get banned.
Very interesting. They took that long.
I mean, Lifestealer hasn't been getting banned. He might still make it through.
He was banned game 1.
He got banned game 1 when they
did he?
The Mars.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
but he actually got banned by Inverse at that point too, when it was the same setup.
Oh, true.
True.
They go Death Prophet instead. Some good team fight here.
Instant AA ban.
Nice
I'm slipping in that AA ban.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I mean, it's because we have a Death Prophet, right? We're definitely not going to Huskar.
Now that would be
Just a
cool.
thought.
If Inverse
Keep an eye
go
on it.
Oracle Huskar in this next phase,
10
I would love
seconds
it.
remaining.
I mean, I like this AA ban because you either
5
force a
seconds
Huskar ban, so you
remaining.
trade ban for ban, and you still have a Death Prophet, so that's a win, or they don't ban a Huskar, and you have the chance of doing so. I think Inverse, I think cheesing is a good way to deal when you have this mid player that is more experienced on the other side.
I mean, if I'm Omega, I'm thinking about either banning or picking Oracle. They have first pick at the beginning of the next phase, so they can leave a broken hero in and snatch it up. There's the troll gone.
Okay.
All right, but what if this ends and they just straight up pick Oracle or Huskar? What do you do?
I don't think they can Huskar first, but they can Oracle.
Omega just takes the Oracle and they're like, okay, easy.
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
Then you Huskar on the side of Inverse.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's my
5
point.
seconds remaining.
Then it's not as nice.
Oh, then
It's
you
like, I
just,
don't know if now I'm stuck with an Oracle.
I was going to say, then you just pick Lena, but Inverse are a step
Uh-huh.
ahead.
Radiant
All right,
team
yeah, this
back.
is...
You take the Viper
Oh, they're
now?
banning Ursa. All right, guys, what are we doing here?
Okay.
All right, there's an Invoker. That not quite the same page. Everything just says Huskar.
All right, a
This
lot
is,
of
Timber,
J-Murray bands
perhaps,
here. They also
for-
took the strike out.
Timber's looking kind of nasty for Inverse.
Oh, yeah.
10 seconds.
With
Who
all
else
these
shreds
heroes on
Huskar?
roads.
Ooh, Puck. Okay, into an instant Void Spirit. Understand the Puck ban.
I mean, I just want to play Huskar now.
They're going to pick Lion.
Come on.
You ready? Here it comes.
I guess they could Void Spirit 4 and the
10
Snapfire
seconds
5.
remaining.
Or do they go back to Old Faithful and take their Ogre?
5 seconds remaining.
I like the Oracle too much.
The
Oracle's
Dispel
good.
is nice, even versus Void Spirit. Get rid of that shield.
The W, really strong
Yeah.
versus Snapfire Mars. And Void Spirit.
Totes.
Yeah, and then you're still just threatening with it. I mean, you might as well, honestly. And you have a Death Prophet. The Oracle's still just going to be good.
I mean, yeah, it's perfect because, all right, they Oracle inside of Inverse. If Omega picks Huskar, you just pick Timber. And
Yeah.
then, it's the freest Timber game I've ever seen. And Omega's draft's not even good if they go Huskar.
Dire team pick.
They're going Grim instead, though.
All right.
Going for the Inkswell plays.
Grim Bloodseeker, it's coming. You guys ready?
Bloodseeker, you think, huh?
Triple Silence.
Abba's still in. This looks like a potential Abba game here. Mind you, and that makes them really vulnerable to the Timber is the only problem.
Reminder that you don't dispel the bug
5
with Abba.
seconds remaining.
Yes, true. But just good.
Yeah, he's
Just good hero. I think on top of that, you can also go for the offensive dispels too, if you want to do like the ink swells and stuff.
Radiant team pick.
I mean, they have Snapfire to get rid of the bugs too, which is nice. And yeah, they're okay. Offensive dispel. Wow, the SD comes out.
interesting. Huh.
A weird hero right now. He does
Can you
a
dispel
lot of
tag
damage.
team, by the way?
No.
No, undispellable. No,
Dota. Okay.
10 seconds
yeah,
remaining.
100%.
I think we'd be seeing Oracle to counter that guy if that was a thing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh. Okay. The lonely spirit.
Wow. That's very odd.
I'm surprised. Now,
I don't
Are
feel like
they gonna try and sneak in like a mag or something here?
10 seconds remaining.
for
inverse?
I don't know. Then you're playing Ember
Seconds
safe lane against.
I don't know. Well, I'm just thinking like, why Ember? Because the Ember is a bit weird here. There's
it's
nothing that
super
says
weird.
Ember other than covering for a PL, and they literally just ban PL as I'm saying that.
I
And
don't
it's
know.
like PL
I
and
don't-
TB, right?
I don't think Ember necessarily wins versus Void Spirit mid. At least before all of the nerfs, Void Spirit would usually crush him. It doesn't synergize with Grim. Doesn't tag team works with a lot of
it
this.
synergizes
I think-
with Grim a little bit. He gets good value out of the ink swell, but yeah, it's nothing.
They need to
Yeah, true.
ban
nothing
Lifestealer.
special. Yeah, this is
Inverse of Lifestealer is really good here.
I don't know. This is really awkward.
It might just be comfort pick, and
10
they like the
seconds remaining.
tempo that Ember Spirit can play at.
I hope that it's Snap
5
5 and
seconds
Shadow Demon
remaining.
4.
Yeah, me too.
I really like that play with like the arena setup. The other way you can do it is that the Snap's 4, but the SD just goes for level 1, which is what they'll probably do. I feel like they're going to end up picking Luna, and Inverse are going to pick Lifestealer, and that's our game. You guys ready for this?
How does Snapfire mid fares against Ember? They're just
Put the Void Spirit as a... But then what do you do with Void, I guess? Put him 4?
Void 4, Shaman 5.
Mars 4.
I think if you just max Lucky Shot versus Ember, he might just take a lot of damage against that. And you don't really die to the Ember because you're tanky as hell. They're probably not going to do that, though. I think J-Murray is a pretty...
I mean, do you ban like Luna? Are you afraid of any illusion heroes with the Shadow Demon? Do you ban
yes, I would take-
Terrorblade?
Dude, I'm telling you, that's what's happening. They're not going to ban it, and then Omega won't ban Lifestealer, and we're going to have Lifestealer versus Luna.
Yeah.
Don't bother predicting anything else.
I
I think you pick Luna, you ban
Red
Terrorblade.
team ban.
No.
Zara, you were close. They banned it themselves.
I'm.
So do they want Slark?
Ooh.
For
A Bloodseeker
Reavers?
ban?
For inverse, yeah, with the Grimstroke.
I mean, it's also kind of good versus Lifestealer, I guess.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. Melee carries in general are so bad versus Shadow Demon, but yeah, might be
5 seconds remaining.
decent.
I mean, Medusa's in.
Radiant
Inverse could look at a Medusa. There's the anti-mage ban.
Oh, they banned the AM. Medusa? It's just that, like,
Yeah,
Grim,
Invoker and
Grim's
Medusa
so
now banned.
bad. Like all of their other heroes don't really synergize Medusa, but now it is a really good Medusa game just because of the AM ban.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
I think
remaining.
Chaos Knight would also be kind of cool, but I don't think it's going to happen. That hero is not well loved outside of a
No.
couple teams.
I
Just pick
agree.
Lifestealer already. I know, it's in the Shadow Demon, guys. That makes no sense. He has Rage, and he'll just get ultied. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Like, Lifestealer and Slark are my big two right now.
Slark again. I don't like Slark against Snapfire. I don't know. Everything seems bad. I think Inverse
Yeah,
they
I know.
drafted themselves in a pretty bad corner. If I gotta be honest, just pick
Dire
Luna
team
and
Hey!
No. All right, this is a much better pick, as Boy was saying.
This one was high on my list as well. This is really good team fight now with the Death Prophet. You've got some setup with the Grimstroke. I think this Ember pick is really just a tempo thing. It's a space creator, right?
Yeah, I mean, it syncs well with the, or it synergizes well with the Inkswell, without a doubt, right? It's kind of like a mini version of the Ion
5
Shell, where you
seconds
just you
remaining.
get Inkswell and you run in, you do a bunch of damage. You have tag
Yeah.
team to help out too.
Yeah, totally.
They got plays.
This is just peel around the Dusa. You got Snowball Save, AoE Silence from Death Prophet, and Grimstroke.
So if you're Omega here, do you Terrorblade because they don't really have that much burst, or do you Luna?
Terrorblade into Ember's kind of bad, though, isn't it?
I don't know.
Can you Morphling? The Ember Classic?
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to
But I
put
want
it...
a safe laner versus DP.
Well, yeah. You can
Nah,
safe
I
lane
like
the
the
Morphling.
Morphling. I think if they can play it, I'm not sure. I've seen Mingat to play
All
it.
right. The real pick's Monkey King or Slark.
What?
Oh, they do go back
They
for the
still
Luna.
Luna. Why'd I jump off ship?
All right, all right. So I know I said at the very beginning, I'm a man of my words here, Trent. All right, I'm all in on Inverse again. However many things I have left now, I don't even need to save the 10. All right, I am all in, baby. I'm shoving the chips. This is the shove. Inverse are taking this. We're gonna get yet another upset here in South American DPC. This Dusa is gonna deuce all over this Luna. What's up, Trent?
Ah, God.
What you got now?
Well, Luna, I mean, I'm sure they saw this pick coming a mile away. I guess they didn't ban it, though, because they were more concerned about their own hero. Good choice, I guess, with the Medusa coming. How good is Luna this game? What are their other 4 heroes going to do? This is a 4-hero versus 4-hero battle.
I'm nervous. I mean, they
I'm
have
going
some
with Omega.
options.
I think
Really?
that
Luna
they have a
lane is
lot
a
of...
little weak, I think. The Luna
If anyone gets
Plus.
disrupted, they just die, which then translates into if anyone gets Yules, they just die. They don't actually have the best saves outside of the Snowball, but the Blink Dagger doesn't come on the earlier end. They got decent stuns for Miggy. It's not great, but it's not like horrendous.
Aren't you worried about this Dusa timing, though, when they can just start running up and sieging tier 2s when Luna's not ready to do much yet? Because you got the Death Prophet to make that even faster.
Potentially, but I also still think Omega's a better team. So I think that the concerns of the Dusa are outweighed by my confidence in their players instead. I think Omega are going to do it.
All right.
Right. I'm going with Sayuri. I think he has the right idea here. We have 2 things to look at. The carry matchup, which I think is on the favor of Inverse. I think Medusa is better than Luna. And we have this Ember vs. Void, which is definitely less on the favor of J. Marie than it was in the last game. So let's go Inverse.
So we do have a pause, Trent. I want to point out that the real cherry on top here, right? What did we say at the end of game 2? You got to pick a lane where Miggy can at least break even, if not win. I know Void Spirit has a slight edge, but he is a platinum Ember Spirit. Okay, this is Comfort Town Deluxe.
Wow.
Inverse maximizing their chances. All right, Gary Theben, first series of the day, another 3-game series. What do we got here? Ember versus Void. Which side of the coin are we on?
Yeah, I mean, you took the words right from my mouth. You know, as soon as you loaded into game, I saw that platinum Ember Spirit for Miggy and potentially a good laning stage for him. But honestly, Theben, the thing I'm most excited about in this game is we finally get to see Luna versus Medusa. We've talked a lot about the farming speed, the farming rate, who's the best or the worst carry. Which way are you leaning? Because Luna has had some good performances recently.
Well, I know which way Trent leaned towards. Let's see if he, can put his points where his mouth is at. And I'm going to lean towards the Dusa because I actually believe in the Dusa this game. You got the Luna who doesn't have the highest win rate. And I feel like this hero just has to do so much to be able to carry a game. That being said, you got the Shadow Demon Disruption. It's like a different kind of a Luna here, right? It's actually a combo Luna, which we don't see generally. So we'll see how Thugger deals with this. The illusions can be quite good. But Ember Spirit, I feel like this hero is incredibly potent against Omega's lineup right now. That's my biggest worry for Omega. Like, how are they going to be able to lock this Ember down, apart from just the Void Spirit using and remnanting him? But if Miggy ever gets to like that Maelstrom BKB, he's going to be unstoppable in the fights.
Yeah, we hope he doesn't go for the Kaya Sand or anything like that. Just, I think, like you said, Maelstrom BKB, probably the best option for him. But you're right. The ability to get into that backline, cancel out Mortimer's Kisses, stop the Shadow Demon from getting some good saves. So much maneuverability from him, and that's the kind of hero you want. The playmaker to create space for the Medusa while, she is farming. As we look into that mid lane, Miggy already getting up in the face of Jemari, taking the brunt of that right-click damage and the Resonant Pulse. But the Spirit Bros up against each other. Definitely going to be an interesting lane matchup as Ember does take the early CS lead. See if we can get some denies in there as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be just a farm fest in this mid lane, and then we're gonna see obviously the rotations onto the side lanes with the Spirit
Yes.
Bros. It's all they do. I don't think maybe Inverse can have Flax rotate to mid, possibly, but it's most of the time gonna be a wasted rotation. So we're gonna be taking a note of the side lanes here. Thugger taking so much damage.
Yeah,
This is a
ranged
really
hero plus
scary
tag
lane.
team.
Yeah, I think Death Prophet Tusk has become more popular now, and it's so potent. Luna, good thing she is a slightly ranged hero. You know, she can make some distance to the DP, farm on her own. But Luna likes to win lanes, and I don't think she's gonna be able to win this lane.
Yeah, because we first saw it from Beast Coast doing that Leshrac Tusk, the ranged hero plus the tag team. Now DP definitely come into a prominent position. It looks like they will be able to reset their lane as that Luna drags the
Thugger
way back
again?
to her tower though, but Thugger out of position under the tag team, disrupts up the DP. Lucent Beam holds back the Tusk. Shadow Demon will survive and still has a salve there to play around with. So a bit of calm now in the top lane as the DP is going to try and clear through their large camp. How's bottom lane going? Mars and Snapfire up against the Medusa Grimstroke.
Some pointers.
Yeah, this is
have
gonna
already
be
hit level
also
2.
a farm fest. I think Omega are the ones who have some kill potential on bottom, where Dusa is just focused on shoving the lanes out. Slaw. Oh, Zika.
Trying to cookie
He's
down to
kinda
low
late.
ground. But now that's cookie used defensively. And the salve and everything else as well. While up at top lane, Flax and Arzent back into action onto Mingate. Thugger gonna TP back into lane to defend the Luna with the disruption. And they will be able to turn onto Flax here. He might have to shard himself away from this because the damage keeps coming with these stacks of poison. Oh, is Thugger not going to go committing for it? Oh, I thought they could have him. Just let him escape.
Yeah, I think Thugger having to walk back to base and TP back in has made Mengate feel very uncomfortable here.
Radiant's
He's
structures
only
are
sitting at
fortified.
11 last hits in this safe lane.
Oh, Jamari. Miggy still has that flame
he's
gun
gonna
going
chase
just for
him.
a second or so, but the Remnant and the tower aggro, Miggy. Oh god, the water
Oh,
rune, the bubble
Miggy.
charge is not enough. Miggy outplayed or misplayed up against the Void Spirit. And that's not
That
how we
is
needed that
so
lane to
huge.
go for Inverse.
Exactly. I mean, mid lanes, like, these 1v1 deaths should never be happening. That means the other player 100% messed up in some way.
Yeah, they're going to catch Thugger top. Finish him off with the final punch.
Middle tower is under attack.
So yeah, that whole sequence of events, feeling pretty bad for Mengate up top, but even worse for Miggy in the mid lane. 'Cause that means also Jamari's going to hit level 6 much faster. Half a level ahead.
Definitely.
4-minute rune coming.
Bottom one.
He'll grab it under the nose of Miggy.
Jamari also trying to kill this neutral camp so that he can hit it even faster than Miggy would expect. He's about one creep wave actually away from getting level 6, and we might see a lot of pressure being put onto Miggy, especially, yeah, he just popped this flame guard right now. I think in about 30 seconds we're going to see some action middle.
I think it's that first kill, can snowball into a second one, and that is it. Jamari hits 6, makes the move onto Miggy. He's still got
Flame
that
Guard's
full
still on.
bottle, though. Yeah, Flame Guard up. Just a threat, though. I mean, what are we looking at? Still about a third of a way towards level 6 for the Ember Spirit. He needs that before he can really rotate into one of these side lanes. We could potentially even see Void Spirit move bottom. The wave is pretty close to that bottom dire tier 1. We're going to stick
It
around
really
there in
depends
mid lane,
on-
but a cookie onto Medusa. Nothing will come of
He's got a
that.
decent amount of mana. He's good. Yeah, it really depends on like where the heroes of Inverse are gonna be in the lane for the Void to actually TP in. We see a rotation top now from the Ember. He's gonna be the first one to go.
Yeah, and Migate's already incredibly low. Tag team, Crypt Swarm, final Sleight of Fist, kills off the Luna. So in fact, it's just a completely different story, right? Miggy's the first one to rotate, and Jamari just sticks mid.
Yeah, he just got that level 6 and went with it. I think Jamari, he's like playing more of that calculated game, right? He doesn't want to TP somewhere, use all his resources just for one kill when he's already dominating the mid lane. So he plays pressure. He's doing a lot of damage to this tower right now, but Miggy, he sniped that carry kill. Miggy's playing more for his team. the way that he's rotating. Sometimes, you know, playing from behind kind of makes your decision making a lot easier. Because you can't really pressure the Void, so what can you do? You gotta try and do something on the sidelines to help your team out.
It gives you more options. Regen are in top for him as well.
Oh, rewarded.
50-50.
Yeah. Rewarded for his
is.
plays. And to see me,
then you
Jamari,
think-
like... Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, you think about these side lanes, and you know, Medusa's not been under that much pressure. Her farm, you know, it's not tremendous, but she's not been killed. This aggressive lane, Snap and Mars, we expect you know, a fair number of kills in the first 6-7 minutes, but they've not actually been able to do that.
She's even doing some stack
they're
right
going
now.
Thug atop.
There's a 4 stack. Oh, okay. Alright, listen. A position 5 kill is nice, but how about a 4 stack for the Dusa at 6 minutes into the game, Gary?
A large camp as well, yeah. That's huge. And what, level 1 split shot, just that 3 points in Snake helping out.
Yeah, and they don't even notice that it's actually dying.
Mars doesn't even make a move.
Yeah, he finished it.
What's the Snap doing? So Snap is stacking back in her own jungle, so building up Triangle, Ancients, and Large Camp.
Dire's top tower
Gonna be there. And Arena, missing the spear. Starting up
boy.
onto Lissex. His
That could have
first
been a
ulti.
nice play.
Yeah, not working out for him, and it looks like Snap's keeping up the top, because this aggression just keeps on coming. Arzenhan has got the Exorcism out, Thugger down, and with Void Spirit coming in here, Jamari Astral
Nice
steps, and he
cookie.
can move in again. Good little cookie and little shred will bring down the DP and the Tusk. Jamari also getting involved finally with his rotation, while it looks like Miggy was walking up there, but couldn't quite connect with the rest of his squad.
They get the back-to-back Shadow Demon kills, but it doesn't really matter because the Void Spirit, he snipes off the DP while her Exo is out, and now I don't think the DP is going to be able to take this tower until that
Radiant's top
Exo's back
tower
up
is
again.
under attack.
Meanwhile, Miggy was able to get a bunch of experience mid. He didn't really make the play on the top. It was too close to the Dire tier 1 for him to make any kind of rotation. This next rune is going to be big. Where is Miggy going? Okay, Zika's already here.
Cookie.
50-50
Rune's
top. Just an illusion.
He does get the slight chains on the Snap, though. Ether Remnant coming. Oh, he doesn't finish the job on Snap. She gets away.
Fairy Fire.
Very close.
That was a Fairy Fire, right? I think he had one.
I didn't.
Blinked and didn't notice, but I heard something like a Fairy Fire go there, so
A little bling.
Dire's top tower
Yep.
is under attack.
Yeah,
calculations.
just relinquishes the lane now to Jamari.
Fortified.
Ember's gonna zip back in and actually smoke up with Flax. They want
They want to find the Luna. They saw her, yeah, with the ward. There's a huge kill.
They ping the exact camp she's on.
Radiant's middle tower is
What she
under
got? Treads, Fairy Fire, Possessed Mask, Remnant in though with a snowball catching thanks
Shadi
to the
was
chains.
coming.
Mengate, can we get saved with a bubble? We can. Buys a bit of space, but the Flame God's still going to burst down the Luna. The trouble is they've been stuck
Long
here
enough.
for quite a while, allowing Jamari to respond. And there are no more remnants. This Ember Spirit, he'll pop his wand, but he can't get out of this.
one remnant
going
now.
to cooldown. 1 second.
misses
Yeah,
the
he'll
poison.
jump down to the low ground. Poison up to 3 stacks, 4 stacks. No, oh no.
attack.
Gets rid of
one.
them. Back down to
Jamari.
1. Another
He's got
Ether
the
Remnant.
remnant.
Oh,
Oh,
good
he's
chains
got
and the face boots away.
His middle tower is under attack.
Miggy.
So space, so much space from getting killed.
Radiant's
They make
turret
Jamari use
is
all his
under
Astral
Radiant
Step,
are scanning.
and they still get out with the Ember.
Dire's
Meanwhile,
hunting
top lane
Dusa.
DP has been, yeah, okay.
Down at the bottom tier 2. Oh, Mana
low.
Shield. Oh, Mars. Oh no. Oh, now they wrap around
Just
and onto
off the bat.
Snapfire. Oh man, that was so close. It was almost as if Parker was baiting them with his Mana Shield off and then turns it on at the last second. And they get the tier 1 tower, they defend the Medusa, and that past 30 seconds, perfect from Inverse.
That is
guess you-
crazy. I mean, that armor and the HP regen under the tower, you cannot underestimate that one bit. He was going for the big fish there, Gary. And he got caught.
He did, he got dragged under. I mean, they had a ward that spotted the Medusa, but that's now been dewarded by Slaw. So Jungle gonna get stacked up even further. A nice little spot for the Medusa there to farm a couple of camps simultaneously.
Dire are
Yeah, we look at networks right now, and Radiant are looking so good. All 3 of their cores are well farmed. Jamari making a smoke play with his double damage rune. He wants to find the Dusa. Slaw is gonna break the smoke here. Is he? Oh, yep. He breaks
Tusk
the
and
smoke.
Grim, both frontlining. Trying to snowball onto that Jamari Void Spirit. They get
want
the Phantom's
Jamari.
Embrace, but the kisses are coming. Take down the Grimstroke, landing onto the Tusk as well, but the punch onto Thugger as this Medusa just standing at ground, clearing through some illusions. A good arena. Spear misses though. Lissex a couple of whiffs in a row as Zidaxi caught up with a tag team, and this DP Exorcism chasing the Mars. Dissimulate will get the Void Spirit up to the high ground with another Astral Step. Miggy, I don't think he wants to give up on that, but with no remnants he has to.
They pop the Exo.
How long's the Exo going?
Mid-tier 1 tower. They got about 15 more seconds left on that. I don't want to alt ping it just to check.
It's tempting though.
Tempting indeed. But I don't think they should be able to take this tower. You just do a little bit. Yeah, there goes the 4. You just back off here, I think, because the Void Spirit wants to fight you, and you won't have your Exo up anymore. You've already done your job pressuring. Yeah. Luna is just like AFK farming. She can't fight at all, right? Look at her build as well. No Eclipse. Just wants to focus on that. And there's still 2 cores on the side of Inverse that are more farmed than this Luna right now.
And it looks like Miggy is going to try and catch up as well. Burst through Lissax. So now even your Ember Spirit's ahead of the Luna, yeah? 5,000 net worth about to be cracked, so that's Maelstrom about $1,000 away for Miggy.
I think Omega are just way too split on this map. They are not connecting with their cores and playing together and taking these objectives. Inverse, they took top tower. Ember is more active than the Void Spirit. Mars is just doing plays by himself. Omega are like discombobulated right here.
Yeah, even in the last fight, right, we saw the kisses and then the ulti from Mars. You kind of want to be comboing up these together. And they're going to spot out Arzen in the forest. Yeah, Demonic Purge. Silence into TP. Arzen, really? Is he going to get away from there? Well, Jamari, what happened to him?
He got bursted with the Tusk tag team. The chains, the punch. And he's also going for a Kaya first item, Gary. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is a problem. Yep. Especially against Ember. Like, I think against Ember you have to go Yules. Plus, there's no setup on his team. Like, I guess Shadow Demon Disruption into Remnant could be a setup. But SD is in no position in this game to go in first in an engagement.
Yeah, Disruption is a defensive spell this game. So far, it has to be. They do smoke into mid with Arena ready. Inverse not going to offer them any core targets, though. Slaw, Flax, the only ones really trying to show anywhere on the map. They've created a nice little spot there for Parker to finish off Manta style 13.5 minutes in, as it will just get delivered. And this is the real period of the game where, you know, Medusa starts to hit that stride. She gets to top speed. Can start running down these lanes. It becomes incredibly difficult to stop her.
This is
interesting. Flax is blocking the midway with shards.
Yeah, just holding it off. Wait for the creep to reach somewhere closer so they can push it out in a safe place. And yeah, this Dusa is gonna become incredibly farmed. I mean, I don't know. Luna's trying to catch up. She can farm faster, but against the Dusa with the Manta?
Oh my god, look at how fast she is. Hasted Dusa with an X-Well, yeah. I was like, how is she so bloody speedy? They're going to catch out the Luna on the right. Mengate throws out the Eclipse and the kisses coming from the Snapfire. But again, there's just no team cohesion. There's no arena. There's no disruption. There's no Void Spirit there. They are all split. Very desperate like fight there.
Desperation Eclipse, right? How many times do you see plays like that in a game and then you think, oh, this team knows what they're doing? It doesn't happen. She has level 3 Lucent Beam. She just popped her Eclipse with 4 heroes on top of her. She's gonna die in like a second later. You can see the psych, you know, of Omega right now. It's not looking good.
It really isn't like that. They're all playing different games. Like the fact that Luna's there to begin with felt a little bit odd. I'm trying to kind of connect up with the rest of her smoke team. Yeah, I mean, Flax, he's moved forward. Grandma gonna get caught out with a slight chain, silenced up as well. And Miggy outputting a tremendous amount of damage right now with that Maelstrom.
And Flax is safe too.
Yeah,
they dropped the Purge on him and it doesn't matter. It didn't do anything.
And now you're kind of just relegated to defending this high ground triangle. Hold out for dear hope that Mengate's Luna can get some more farm. Oh, the Yule Scepter up with the arena. They're catching out the Ember Spirit, but a good silence into Snowball. Inkswell as well. The Shards trapping the Mars inside his arena. Miggy's dropping low, but he's got a Remnant to try and escape. They do get the disruption down, but Shadow Demon burst. Mingate turns on the Ember Spirit, but it's a double for Miggy. He's had a grand game after that first blood, that death. The solo one to the Void Spirit, seemingly meaningless at this point. Does zip out away from the Snapfire now. Her and Jamari will get away from that team fight, but a 4v5. Inverse go with 4 heroes, they battle, they win, and the story's still going to be the Medusa, completely free farm and closing in on 10k net worth at 16 minutes.
That was 4 versus 5, and Inverse just demolished them in this fight. You know, they popped the Exo, you go on the Shadow Demon, you go on the Luna just, again, can't do anything. This hero with 7,000 net worth is not a real hero. This hero needs like 14, 15,000 net worth before she can actually be able to man up and fight. The hero is all about winning lanes and farming really fast to these item timings and then being this raid boss, and she can't do it right now.
And not sitting mid. They do disrupt her. Maybe a turnaround potential with the kisses. Good silence from the DP, though. 3 heroes caught up in it. Slaw going to be the first casualty as the Ars and DP turning on Mingate. Miggy is godlike, Yule's into the air. They have a spear. They do. Get the huge kill on the Ember Spirit. A killing spree for Jamari. Tusk snowballing with the DP back onto the Mars. One more touch, then I'll finish him off. But underneath the Remnant drags him onto the tier 2 tower now, and that's Flax gone as well.
To get something on the side of Omega, but again, your Luna is dead. 1 and 5. She's not farming. Oh man.
1,000 gold swing. About 2,000 experience advantage there in that single team fight for them. But you're right. The fact that Luna dies makes it feel not worth it at all when this Medusa is literally just sitting and farming. Well on her way towards Butterfly, it looks like, is the item of choice after the Manta.
It's gonna make her farm even faster as well. I think the Scotty might have been a better decision. Just be the super tanky hero where you can just run down a lane, but the Butterfly is nice against the Shadow Demon illusions as well if the Medusa ever does get disrupted, so they don't hit you.
Oh, Omega, they want to group up and fight with their teamfight ultis. They spot the Medusa, but they've already lost their Shadow Demon.
It's got mana shield.
Medusa's not even dying. Exactly. She loses, what, half her HP, the majority of the mana pool, but gets the Stone Gaze off now, and they've soulbound up. The Void Spirit with the Mars. Jamari, he'll Astral Step away. The final touch is coming. Flax with the Shards, and now the tips come out. Void Spirit demolished. Chase onto Lissex's Mars, but there's also a dive towards the Snapfire. Arzen and Miggy pair up to kill her off, and Lissex is snowballed upon. Doesn't have a Yule's, doesn't have a Blink, sorry, to save him. He's got a Yule's, and that's it. It'll only delay that certain death of the Mars. This time, I mean, the Luna doesn't get involved, and Mingate is alive, but the remaining 4 heroes all dying. And even a buyback from the Shadow Demon. But Arzen may be getting caught here. Soul Catcher, Eclipse. Quite a good amount of burst damage, even not even using the hood there. Maybe could have survived long enough for the rest of the team to come. Like Miggy and Flax were coming in from that left side.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really Yules against the Shadow Demon disruption either. Like, I kind of understand the Shadow Demon because you can purge the DP's Yules, you can also purge the Ember Spirit, but it just doesn't feel like the entirety of Omega's lineup syncs up really well.
Can you dispel the hood buff? The barrier?
Man, you're putting me on the spot here, buddy.
Sorry,
let me think.
I was just wondering, like, DP didn't use it, and I'm now wondering the reason she didn't.
I swear you can actually purge it off. It's like hood or pipe, one of those two. I'm sure one of our, panelists got us here. They'll let us know in like a second or something.
Twitch
which one you can purge.
DP just going to TP straight back into mid. Clear that wave. Think about Roshan with Exorcism ready at level 2. Maybe if they kick off a team fight and find a pick first with a 2 hero soulbind. Both supports caught up. The arena, though, stopping the Medusa and DP from chasing. Thugger just gets blown up by Flax, and the jump from that, Remnant, Ember Spirit on their head of the snap, but pretty low on mana pool. Trying to sleight a fist and finish the job with just pure right clicks.
Lissex
will finally be done. And what's up with Lissex? Oh dear.
He also
with the ghost and now into Roshan.
Exorcism. Yep, and they got lots of time on this DP. just gonna give the Aegis to the Dusa. She can just run down mid lane. She's got the butterfly anyway, so ulti orb's gonna be coming out.
108 Medusa, 240 CS.
Luna is farming bottom. See, the thing about this game is, no matter how you look at it, Luna can't just stand her ground and trade with the Dusa 1-1. Because one, Dusa's ahead of your net worth, and two, she's got mana shield. So in order for you to get ahead, you need somebody else to stand right beside the Dusa and the Glaze just non-stop bouncing, which probably won't be happening. And she's still like, you know, ways away on this Luna before she can actually keep like fight into the Dusa. And I fully
Dusa's got Stone Gaze as well.
Right. So, and if you pop BKB on the Luna, she's gonna pop the Stone Gaze. You're gonna trade 1-for-1 for those abilities, and that's it. And Luna without BKB can't engage either. Like, no matter how I see it, the matchup just wasn't there to begin with. So the Luna pick itself just feels so awkward.
I think it comes back to what you're saying, right? The win lane, snowball, accelerate, be ahead, and then you don't have that threat from the Dusa anymore. But they're just going high ground at this point with that Aegis on her, and Lissax. Cookie doesn't save him. He's going to turn with the God's Rebuke inside the arena, but dead for 40, spending his arena with no kisses follow-up, and high ground still breached here as Parker just plants himself with a catapult behind him. Blinking away at that tier 3 tower. They will disrupt and create some Medusa illusions. Ether Remnant drags her in as well, so they are chipping away at Parker. Little by little, but now you've spent your arena, your kisses, and you haven't even popped the Aegis. And if they can make a jump, like if Miggy spots that Shadow Demon, he is just going to go straight on to Thugger. Silence onto the Luna, Soulbind as well. Thugger moves forward, disrupts up, but in comes the DP, and now the BKB from Miggy with that Inkswell, stunning them up. They'll use the DP into the air. This just turns the Spirit Siphons. Oh, that feels like the game's coming to a close, honestly. Void Spirit's gone without buyback. The Snapfire's going to get burst down. The Spirit Siphon and Ghost just keep coming. Death Prophet shutting them down, and the Mars who's just respawned is like, where's my team gone? What am I meant to do? Lose a top laner Barracks. Okay, they can't go mid, they can't go bot. There are a tier 2 still standing. But the Medusa factor is just going to be the systematic maneuver from lane to lane. And if you can't stop them the first time, I just don't see a chance to do it the second or third.
I mean, they're going to hold out. They want this Luna to finish her butterfly. Maybe they can get a fight going. It is game number 3 after all, but Inverse is just looking so clean right now. You got the Solar Crest on the Tusk. You got the DP just frontlining with her Exo. She's got level 3 Exo as well. Her XP is through the roof this game. Keeping up with this Medusa even.
Oh, Mingatek. Don't get caught down there. Arzent was looking to like cancel TP.
He's got that BKB TP.
Yeah. That's true. You've got to press the BKB first, and we've seen some players struggle with that. And Arzent, he's toying with this Luna. They're wrapping around behind her. Snapfire spots them coming in. There is a TP from the Luna. Doesn't BKB, but it looks like he'll be fine anyway. The Snapfire, not so fine. Snowballed and rolled upon by Miggy and Flax. Fake pumping the Walrus Punch and give the kill to your Ember.
They're taunting. They feel good. You know, Inverse are like feeling it right now. Are they on a win streak, Gary?
Huh.
Or did they have a loss like the game before?
I think they're on like a 1 series win streak, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge for them. Like, if you compare them to Season 1, these guys, they look different, man. And I feel like this is what the DPC was meant to do. It was supposed to make these teams that struggle, that are not that good, these players, you know, who just want to be pro players, and help them evolve, get stronger, and you can see it right here. If you ask me at the start of the season where I would have placed Inverse, it was dead last and losing to every single team, especially Omega. And right now, they're looking so damn good right here. I mean, it's not like it's 100% chance. What's win probability? 99. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Because they started out with that interesting upset against Incubus. They 2-1 Incubus.
Yeah.
And then we started to watch them, lose 2-0 to Crewmates, and then 2-0 to the Bunamistas. Then they beat Latin Defenders, so it's been a real rocky ride for them, you know, upsetting and then being upset themselves, so it's difficult to place them. Oh, Amber. Oh, hang on a second, Jimari, gets away. That was a little bit tight, though. Void Spirit creating space on the map. Aghanim Scepter, Kaya Sanj on him. So he's reasonably tanky. And they've lost all of their tier 2 towers, all the outer towers now. You can see Parker's positioning just in that mid lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The purple build, Gary. Look at Void Spirit. It's so aesthetically pleasing, to be honest.
The Arcane Rune, it finishes it, right?
Yeah, the Arcane Rune, exactly. So nice.
That's what makes it.
Things so purple and blue.
Beautiful.
Radiant's
What's
top
not so
tower
beautiful
is
for
under
Omega, though, is the fact that
Oh,
both
Tusk,
of their
he's up
lanes...
the high ground.
Oh, hello.
He got pulled up.
Speared onto the tower. They've got a soul band of the Salt that's coming. I mean, Flax is so tanky, he's just not dying to the kisses. It's level 1 Mortimer's kisses. They Yules up onto the Mars. They've got the arena down onto Arzen and Miggy, but he BKBs, slights. And while this is all happening, Medusa just there hitting buildings. Tier 3 gone. Focus the barracks. Miggy's going to run it in the way for a second. Just reset as the DP exorcism. Still got about 10 seconds to go. They focus the Medusa. There's no Aegis burning
out of
through the
mana
entirety
soon.
of her mana pool. She pops her Manta style. Parker's about to die though.
Oh, got her mana back.
Thought they're going to finish her off. Medusa dies. Inverse
Alright,
also
not bad.
getting a couple of heroes dropped by that Jimari Void Spirit. Like they kill off the backlines as well. Arzen, Flax, Slaw all brought to their knees.
Yeah, I mean, I think Arzen just went a little too aggressive with his Exo. And he lost so much health with the Purge putting on top of him, and then he couldn't really front line anymore. Then they get that nice spear again. This all started with Jamari just pulling the Tusk up the high ground with his Aether Remnant. They got to be a little bit more patient on Inverse. Like, don't throw the Soulbind right away. Just let the fight develop a little bit. Let Omega hard commit into the engagements, and then you throw the Soulbind out. That's right beside the Dusa, so she can just stand her ground and fight. But once like all the spells are on cooldown, then the Dusa still stuck around to fight. She got speared up, and everything went downhill from there. And all of a sudden, there's a little bit of life in Omega here. That 1% just became 9%. So
big boost.
Dota Plus, yeah.
How does the Mystic Snake work with Soulbind? Like you mentioning use the Soulbind when they kind of commit on your Dusa and you can turn around with them. Do you get both snakes back to you?
Radiant's
Well, I assume it sends out 2 snakes, so you should get double snakes back. But I think the biggest thing is just to be able to hold them down so the Dusa can right click and not have the Dusa run to the Soulbind in order to do anything. Right? Let them commit into you first, and then you throw your spells out. That's the whole point of being like that immovable wall.
Oh, that's a huge item neutral there for the Medusa. Paladin Sword
Paladin
picked up.
Sword,
so now-
oh yeah.
that lifesteal, spell lifesteal as well. Chains onto Jimari. He's going to get the Phantom's Embrace dislodged. The nice little dissimulate and jump away with the Astral Step. And
Oh, he's
Miggy,
done.
He's gone
Oh
very
my
deep
God.
there. Silenced and killed. Didn't get his
That
BKB
damage.
off. Dead for 60 seconds, and the turnaround, it's coming. Roshan respawned
Inverse.
1 minute 15 seconds away, so thankfully for Inverse, they don't have to contend with a sneaky fast Roshan take by Omega. But this map could start becoming pretty small.
He did not dodge that cookie and instantly got punished for it. And you can see Omega, they really have the damage to be able to delete one hero here. And we talked about how Luna, she needs this 14,000 net worth to be able to do stuff, and she's been hitting that now. You know, she's got enough items.
Soon on a Satanic. It would be nice to see them go and shove these lanes. I mean, they're getting some good ward coverage down, some good vision, but they're not making any real pressure on the map.
Dusa again.
Double remnants though, Medusa. Oh, mana shield's up, but BKB delivered, down to half HP, and they're going to turn and fight with a Stone Gaze going inside that arena. They'll burst through Lissex eventually, and the DP with that BKB of her own goes straight towards the Shadow Demon. Ghost going, Yules to cancel the TP. A couple of good pickoffs as Flax trades out for the Mars. And Grimstroke down as well, because Jmari is still stabbing into the backlines, juking around, dissimulating away, but they've still got slight chains here to catch up the Void Spirit. The Resonant Pulse, but that's him done. Miggy gets his revenge, and Roshan is just about to spawn. Omega, they're going to have to buy back. Look at ZXC, he scouts it. Guys, Roshan's alive. We need to buy back to defend this.
Yeah, if you give this Aegis to the Dusa, you can just say goodbye to all your buildings, because you're not going to be able to kill her 2 times. I don't think Inverse are going to do the same play where they just split up the team fight. This time around with the Aegis, they will play together.
giving-
Plus, there's going to be a shard on the Dusa too. Ooh. cold-blooded. That shard is very strong. Even when she's out of mana, the snakes could be coming out and giving her some mana back.
Then they're not stopping it. They're just
not.
letting them have second Roshan.
Yeah, they don't want to buy back the Void Spirit here. It looks like, plus the kisses are on cooldown and the Eclipse. They've opted to just hold the high ground. Hope that Inverse will throw the fight. That's pretty much Omega's best move here. Maybe we can have Jamari just jump the backline once again, the same as last fight. Kill off the Tusk, kill off the Grimstroke, while the DP and the Ember are going deep for the Shadow Demon. So there's some options for Omega to delay this game further.
And the trouble is, like, top rank's been down already. They've got to keep maintaining that top lane. Mingate can deal with it pretty quickly. But the idea now for Inverse to catch out this Mars bottom. Remnant, chains, speared up. He's got a Yule Scepter and a Blink Dagger, so he might be able to jump off to the right into the trees. It's not going to work out for him. He does have buyback, though.
The dusk is always ready for a fight.
It feels like Medusa just going to be very happy to go high ground, finish off the melee racks, then go and set up in the mid lane. So you let them have bot, and then you actually fight and defend mid?
You're gonna have to. You got the tower up on middle as well. That can help you in the fight. 20 more seconds on the Mars.
Luna's TP situation, make sure that she does have one. Can come back into this fight as they make the jump onto the Shadow Demon. Silenced up as well. There's nothing to save Thugger. And the Miggy Ember Spirit shreds straight through him. There's the snap buyback. DP with a ghost going. They're diving tier 4s. Miggy comes out with a double kill on both supports. Glyph up as well, so a bit of a reset from Inverse. They did drop that Grimstroke, thanks to Jamari, yet again getting on top of Slaw.
And that's a 4 versus 5 right now. This is why Omega just want to run in there. They want to fight. They
want to go with that Mars Arena onto the Tusk, but he snowballs away from the spear. The kiss is not going to land on anyone. And look at the DP chasing the Shadow Demon, dragging the Luna and that Snapfire off to the left-hand side, while Jamari has to contend with the Tusk and the Medusa. They're going to eclipse onto Arzen, but he's so tanky. The DP withstanding all the burst damage and speeding away. Now a punch on Jamari, the Void Spirit being focused. They've got the chains, the catch, and the lockdown onto Jamari, but he's still got Astral Step if he can just buy a bit more time. But Miggy with yet another double kill. The Medusa finally outputting the damage as she stands her ground, and this is the battle we've been waiting for. Mingate versus Parker. Medusa versus Luna. The Satanic healing up, but the mana shield just seems that extra barrier you can't break through. Even with all the buybacks here coming out from Omega, they call a good game. Luna dead without buyback and a 2-1 victory for Inverse.
Yep. MKB Dusa versus Luna without MKB. Butterfly being ruined as well. I mean, Omega, they try something at the end there, but it's just too little too late. I feel like Inverse, especially Miggy on his Ember Spirit, he did so much work for his team. Like, he died middle, but he didn't care. He just rotated on the silence. He didn't care about trying to win this mid lane back or anything like that. He just wanted to help his allies get ahead in the game. And then his allies helped him get in the game afterwards. So Jamari, maybe his pub style of gameplay didn't work out in this 5v5 team matchups. And it's really rough because I